Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to see you. And like I said, it's the 4th of July, right? USA's birthday. Happy birthday, America. So you're probably out celebrating, but I had to get back into the swing of things. I'm so sorry I've been inconsistent. The only thing that would keep me away is bodily pain, and that was it. But I'm happy to report I'm feeling much better. Wasn't a it wasn't a contagious thing. It was just a Crohn's thing. And so sorry, I do this every time. This is gonna be my this is gonna be what I do when I come live with you, is clean my glasses. It'll be like Mr. Rogers putting on his sweater. I clean my glasses. Okay, anyway, it was just a Crohn's flare up. So any of you with autoimmune diseases, sadly, understand. And so I'm back. Hello, Roz. Hi, Jenny. I'm very glad to see you as well. And I hope you had a happy birthday. I know that we chatted a little bit via Facebook, but I'm really glad that I can see you here today. And hello, Deborah and Cindy. Oh, yay. I can't wait to hear what's been going on. And of course, to hear about your festivities or your crafting or whatever you're doing um, the 4th and beyond, right? Most of us are taking tomorrow off in the United States. I am one of them. Yes. Practically speaking, uh, I'll be up tonight, whether I want to be or not, because the fireworks situation. And I would like to say that I'm going to be able to craft until midnight. That will not be the case because the little ones will start to get closer and closer to me, Cash particularly, when the fireworks start. So I'll have to craft in here as quickly as I can because I've been missing it, right? I haven't been crafting with myself or with you. So I'm going to stay in here as long as I can. And then I will go out and watch some quality television programming, I'm sure. I do not go to work tomorrow, Jean. No, this gal's off work. In fact, no, I was thinking I took off work early. I did not. I worked from home yesterday after lunch, after I went to the dentist. It was so fun. It was nothing bad. It was a checkup of some of the work that I had done 3 months ago. 2 implants and a removal of a tooth and some bone grafting. Everything's a go. He said, "You're ready. Um you can go get your bridge now." And I said, "Oh, there's one problem. I have not saved enough money yet." He goes, "Oh, yeah." Like, anyway, that's usually the case is the dentist will call and be like, "We can take you anytime." And I'm like, no, I don't think you want to once I tell you that I don't have enough money. But, oh, Cindy, I'm sorry yes, now that it's coming back to me now, Cindy, understandable. And, it's okay, right? Like everything, whatever your reaction is okay. And I'm just glad you're here tonight. And maybe you'll see something that you're like, I think I want to make that, right? Oh, yes. And Roz is sending you hugs and probably to me too. Thank you, Roz. I'll take it. I will take the hugs and I will send them all back to all of you because you all need them, right? We need like 7 hugs a day. I do not get enough hugs a day. And I like to hug. But so anyway, if you live with someone, not doggies or cats, someone that can hug you, then tell them like I need 7 hugs a day. And if you're not getting that, then you need to get more. Hi, Sherry. Oh, man. We got a lot of lovely stampers tonight. Nala is already attached to Roz. Yes. Oh, but it is 8. Yes, that's true. Um, so anyway, hello. And what can I say? Let's see. I met with my team. We went to dinner a couple of weeks ago. And that was really fun. I love my team. So if you'd ever like to be a part of my crafty community, in a different way, in an extra way versus this, which is fantastic. Um, you can start with a shopping spree. And I'm pointing down because there's a link down in the comments below. Join my team if you want it all, because you get at least a 20% discount. And you can shop if you sign up in July, you can shop between now and the end of January. What? With no other purchase. And guess what? If you don't make any other purchase, then you just come back to me as a customer. You don't get kicked out of Stampin' Up or anything. No. You don't get harassed. No, we don't do that here. That's not our vibe. So I would love to see you guys. Yes, I know. Oh, Ross says she needs more than 7 these days. Darn it, Ross. See, look, you guys, we are all hug deficient. And I can't just walk up to like someone in the office and be like, can you please hug me? Because I don't want to be like that girl. I'll get labeled. Oh gosh. I love it, Jean. I know you asked if you could report in your PJs. I mean, obviously. I'm basically in pajamas. I'm in like a tank top and some kind of sweatpant things. Oh, Deborah, I'm sorry we had to send you cards for that occasion, but there are a lot of people that love you out here. And in fact, I have a couple more that came after I sent the original grouping. And for Jenny too, I have a couple more cards for you. They just came they came the day after I sent the rest of the cards. So I do need to get those out to you, and I haven't forgotten. Okay. We love you guys. You're our posse. All right, everyone. I'm going to point you down. Let's just start with that. I'm going to point you down and I'm going to show you the swaps from my team. We have been swapping. We do it on an irregular basis. So there are currently, well, there's technically 3 people on my team, but then we've kind of adopted this other super cool gal. Her name's Sue. She belongs to another team, but her team leader is in Arizona, where I shouldn't be telling all that. But anyway, she lives in another state where Sue spends some time. But we've adopted Sue because we love her. And so anyway, here are some swaps. Okay. So I kind of, I cheated since I'd already created this and I made 3 or 4 more. And you guys saw that during the online exclusives preview, which really was 4 days, not 5, because, and then look at this. This is the cool zinnias. And if you don't recognize this paper, this is because this paper was paper that we could earn. And this is from my teammate, Maria. She and I both, oh, look at that. She and I both earned this paper based on our April sales. So, and this was for all demonstrators could earn this paper. A lot of you probably earned the paper. It's the Countryside Corners paper, but it's in pink. The original pattern and the pattern you can purchase is in blue. So this paper, I've been told, will not be available for sale. It was only for the challenge. And lots of you helped me meet my challenge. Thank you so much. And I will be doing some fun stuff with my pack of pink paper. More to be seen soon. But this is one thing that Maria did with hers, and I really love it. And of course, the Spotlight on Nature dies. The dies are available. The stamp set is not right now, but just get the dies. I mean, don't try to sync it up, because once the dies are out, then the stamp set's out, and vice versa, right? So just if you're waiting for the 10% off, I mean, I respect that, but that's my advice. Okay, this is from Sue, right? The person who has a team leader in another state. And she's always really nice to put, she gives us a recipe, and she even showed us which designer series paper she used. And this is the cutest, right? Sending Love, I think it's called. And she did a lot of different layers here with the die cuts and the DSP. Oh, that's a Bond Dimensionals. And then the cute little I Miss You. And then she, of course, made this gorgeous little balmy blue, and I love balmy blue and real red. It's the sweetest combination, and look, aw, a little tiny note in there. And lots of you have this. I think, I know I did my part to sell a lot of these bundles. It wasn't really hard to sell this bundle, but I remember when I had it at a class and a lot of people purchased it. So super sweet, not to be forgotten, still available. And so that one is from Sue. Let me put it back so that I don't rip it or anything. I know they are really fun. Jean, I know there are people to be hugged. Somebody on my team who I will not mention doesn't like to be hugged. Um, and it stems back to, I think, being overhugged as a child. And so I always have to respect that. But you know what? At the end of the meeting, it's my automatic response to like hug everybody because I don't know, we've just had a really great time and all that. And so even after all these years, I still have to kind of stop myself and be like, just tell her it was nice to see her. Okay. And then this one is from Alicia. Alicia knocked it out of the park. What's this called? Layers of Leaves. We will look it up. Okay. It's a new online exclusive. Just went live to customers on the 3rd. And since she's on my team, she was using it. Now, I love this part that she did. So oh gosh, let's see. Can I remember? This is an embossing folder. And she put it on, it's Lost Lagoon and pecan pie, right? Did she ink it? I think it's Lost Lagoon and she inked it. Yes. And she inked it in pecan pie. And then look what happened. And this is white and she inked it with Lost Lagoon. So this bundle, the embossing folder is a hybrid embossing folder. And so she was reporting back. Oh, and also this is from some of the dyes we're going to use tonight. I know she did such a nice job, didn't she? Oh my gosh, Jenny. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, I mean, touch is like, this is personal, right? So I just respect what people want. I try to. But like I said, like my normal thing with my friends is to reach out and hug them. And so I gotta like remind myself sometimes. Okay, let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. Let me click on something over here for a moment because I want to bring up the Stampin' Up website, of course. So so many things. I mean, so many things. 2 new kits, several online exclusives went live on the 3rd. And if you are following me on my email, if you're on my email list, you got notification about that. Okay, let's bring in present. You don't know what that means. That's all right. I'm just talking to myself. It's hard for me to keep all this straight in my mind. Okay, and then let's go over and let's share this. And I'm going to take my desk out. Okay. All right. So here's the beautiful kits collection. So this is just as if you've hit my shop now tab at thestampingzoo.com and now you are shopping with me. Okay. So there's lots of stuff going on. Just as it said, let me hit that. Let's go to bonus days. I mean, stop it, Stampin' Up. So for every $50 increment that you purchase, the month of July, started the 3rd, you get a $5 coupon to spend in August. So I want to make sure you know that they are coming to your email. Make sure that you use a valid email, all right? Also make sure that you look for those coupons right after you place an order. And if you do not see them, go to the junk email, right? If for some other weird reason you don't see them, then If you're placing the order with me, contact me. Otherwise, contact your demonstrator or Stampin' Up. I will not have the codes. Okay. So what I do with my own codes is I actually print them out. I know you could save them in a file. I save them hard copy in a file. Look, they even say save those emails, write down or save the codes, or even take a picture of the codes. Okay. And then starting August 1st, bam, you can use all your codes at once. Um, separate. You can separate them out, make mini orders, but you need to spend them by the end of August. They will expire. But don't worry because I will help you know about all the things that you can spend your coupons on. So now let's talk about July and what we might want. Well, we can start right away by looking at the online exclusives. So I hope you saw there that I went to menu and then shop products, and then here they are pieced out. But if you just want to look at the online exclusives, you can do that. And it's reminding you again, it's bonus days. Okay. So 10% off is essentially what you're getting, right? You're earning 10% for every $50 increment. If you spend $60 on product, you're going to get $5. So just keep that in mind. Doesn't mean you have to spend 100. I just want you to know how it works. Um, as is our usual, now we have two new kits. This one is very eye-catching, I think, and it's in my shopping cart. I still need to order it, but Circus Celebration Kit. Look at this. Would you, get out of town. Only $14. I think our kits are such a tremendous bargain. 8 cards, $14. Look at the envelopes alone and no stamping. Okay. And if you want to use French. Dutch, fine. German, we got it. English, yes. Okay. So you get all these pieces and parts. I think, of course, that I'm going to be putting some of these on wobblers that I purchased from Amazon. And so I think they will look really cool that way. But I love how the animals are all stacked up. So please keep this in mind. I probably, well, of course, I'll buy it to have customers look at it. But for my own personal use, I have like a going to be 5-year-old nephew. But just sometimes you just need a kid's birthday card, right? And what a cool one to have in your stash. And they're not going to go old or look out of date because it's circus. Okay. And then we have another beautiful kit. So we have fun kit, beautiful kit. Okay. This one has a little bit of stamping, garden of thanks. Who doesn't need thank you cards? If you aren't sending thank you cards, then you need to, because I'm sure you have someone that has done something nice for you. So just keep that in mind. Here's the stamp set. That's nice. And you get an ink with this. What is it? Misty Moonlight. Oh, and you get some Misty Moonlight trim. This one has gold looking embellishments. Look at the envelopes again. So please keep this in mind. And as I posted, I had the opportunity to have my book club over and we made kits. And I'm like all fired up about the kits again. Not that I ever forget about them, but it's really fun to see people using them in action and enjoying them and then bringing them to life. So if you ever just want to rest and not think about designing the card or getting the measurements off my website or whatever, then just do a kit. They're so fun. Like I said, so economical. You can purchase the kit, make the kit, and give all of those cards to someone. So I may end up doing that with the circus kit. Like I may keep 3 and then give 5 away to a mom that I know has young kids. You can also purchase the kit and give the kit unassembled to someone that likes to craft, because don't forget, they're all inclusive. All I would suggest, it's optional, but I would suggest a take your pick tool if they're going to put together a lot of them, okay, which is $12. And I would suggest paper snips. So that's only if you want to like make it a deluxe crafting experience. But both of those things are optional. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. Now we have a lot of things here, and I showed you three or well, I think I showed you at least four of them. So we've got the iconic imagery, iconic celebrations. So the iconic imagery is the bundle, and then the celebrations includes the cool ribbon embellishments and the frayed ribbon. Sophisticated sled, we worked with that. Potions and spells, I didn't get that, but it doesn't mean that I won't, because it's awfully cool. And again, my team member Maria pointed out that this pot could be used for a lot of different things, and she is going to use it. On St. Patrick's Day or whatever for a pot of gold. So I loved that idea. And then here's Greatest Adventure. Oh, Jean. Do you like this, Jean? I can't wait to see what you do with it. I think it's really cool, and I didn't get it yet, but I'm sure that once I see what you make with it, I'll probably get it. I love this sentiment. I wish our paths crossed more often. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm probably taking up too much time, but I want you to see that these things are so beautiful. So here are all of the products that I and more that I used during my very stamping zoo Christmas series. Okay. And oh gosh, I will point this one out. This is one of last month's kits. Phenomenal. There's layering. There's, of course, I love it because there's Blackberry Bliss and Lost Lagoon, and there's just enough stamping to keep it fun. So keep that one in mind. It is so beautiful. Okay, so anyway, lots of cool stuff. Gold, mercury, vellum, three different patterns, and it's a lot of gold and very little vellum showing through. So um, there's just a lot of cool things, right? I mean, there's the frosted forest. I will say, okay, on the Frosted Forest, if you buy the bundle, and we talked about this, but if you buy the bundle, it seems like it's a little more than it should be. It's 64.75, but it includes the six stencils, okay, the decorative masks. And so if you purchase those separately, they're $15. I know because I wasn't thinking that they were in the bundle, and so I purchased them. So anyway, that's why it's like a little bit more. It's a stepped up. It's three pieces. Okay. And we played with that, of course. I love this cream woven ribbon. I think I got the three ribbons. I think there were three that we had. So, and then look at this. I didn't even get this yet, and it's adorable. It reminds me of lots of the scene building stamp sets we have, and it looks distinctive. And look at this pumpkin patch. I mean, it's so cute. So there's all the stamps. We've had stamp sets like this before, and they're very, very popular because you can use any colors. You don't need any special. They lend themselves very easily to just simple supplies, no die cutting, just a cool stamp set. Okay, so anyway, here are where all the cool things. Here's where all the cool kids are. Okay, over in the online exclusives. This is what Alicia used for her card. So if you're wondering where that came from, and let's take a look. Beautiful. Wow. Very standout. Huh. You're amazing in every single way. I couldn't have done it without you. Nice. Okay. And so I think that one's a great one to have all year round for sure. I love this ribbon, this very vanilla satin ribbon. And then we have several papers. I mean, it's all here. Okay. All the good stuff. Like I said, it's where all the cool kids are. Oh, yeah. I'm including myself in that. Okay, everyone. Here's my new July host code. I appreciate you using this so much. For orders under $150. If they are $150 or over, I mean, congratulations. You're going to get an awful lot of stuff. You're going to get an awful lot of bonus days coupons. And you're also going to earn host rewards that you can spend and they start at 10%. So once you reach an order of $150, please don't use the host code because you will earn at least $15 of um, extra product to add to your order at that time. Okay? It's called Stampin' Rewards. I have a July stamp camp coming up. I don't know why I use that color for the text. I can't even read it. Nobody's going to come because they can't read it. So I'm begging you right now. If you would like to come to stamp camp, please know it's on Saturday, July 13th, next Saturday, a week from Saturday, 10 a.m. We'll be using online exclusives and more, and it is free with a minimum purchase. So why wouldn't you want to come on in, park it, and make some cards? We make 4 beautiful cards. And so you can register for this and all of the events I'm going to show you by using the links in the description below. Okay. Now, I have 2 Stampa Stacks going on right now. I have the Country Flowers, which I released a couple of weeks ago. And then I have the Take to the Sky. And I will show you the cards when I point you down. This is very similar. It's a Stampa Stack format. So you make 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 each of each of the designs. You get a color PDF, a shopping list. You get all the cardstocks and envelopes. You get a lot of product. All the cardstocks and envelopes, a half a pack of the featured DSP, a quarter pack of textured metallic paper, makes beautiful airplanes. You get a full pack of the industrial trinkets, and you get me, right? I design all the cards for you. So it's just like taking a class. And that both of those Stampa Stacks are $45. That includes shipping. And if you would like, you can just get the PDF for $10. All right, the Zub Crafty kit, my subscription kit, is featuring the Country Birdhouse for July. All the bundles are back in stock. Well, I mean, this bundle's back in stock. That's what I should just start with. And it's going to be so much fun. And the birdhouse can be many things, not just a birdhouse and not just a card. So if you would like to join this class, again, please just use the description below. It is a subscription, which means it will bill you on the same time, the same date every month, unless you cancel or pause. And I'm okay with you doing either. You know, sometimes you're just too busy to do the Zubilee. But I will tell you that if you purchase it 6 consecutive months, I send you a goodie bag at the end or with the 6th month. And my first round of goodie bags just went out and got a lot of compliments back. I'm very happy when I make you happy. So why don't you give it a try? If you like the Country Birdhouse, go ahead and get it. Get the bundle. You can add all that on in the registration link. And the class itself is 45. Okay. That includes shipping, and you get about at least $25 in product. It's probably a little bit more now because some of the prices changed with the annual catalog, right? So anyway, I make sure that you have lots of product for the cards I design, as well as extra things. I design 6 projects. I say projects because sometimes they're 3D. I have usually at least one 3D or non-card design in there. Okay. The Glass Mat Studio is back. Yes, it is. You will see me using it tonight, just like I've been doing for months since I was able to purchase it. It is $60. It includes, in the upper left, you'll see it includes a very nice chamois. In the upper right, it includes that silicone palette. And then, of course, the glass mat itself. It's beautiful. It's a great stamping tool. It is $60. It is in the online exclusives. Or just go to the Stampin' Up site as we were looking at and type in glass mat and it will come up. Okay. And that is not just for demonstrators now. It's not just as a pre-order. It's for anyone. Yay. Okay. So that's super fun. And I hope you do some stamping with me in July because FYI, it's going to get hot up in her. It's getting so hot. I say it's going to get hot up in her. 106, 110? I don't think so. How Lisas don't like that. Okay? I don't know if anyone likes that, but Lisas don't like it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with myself next week. Calling sick all week? I don't think so. All right. I'm going to point you down, friends, and we're going to get started. Oh, yes. Okay, so here is one of the cards. I just made it actually. And guess what? I don't have the other one made because we're going to work on it together. I will show you one thing, though, that I thought was kind of funny, a rookie mistake. Oh, hello. Hello. It's a trick card. It's upside down. I started to fix this and then I thought, no, just hold on. Just hold your horses, lady, and show people how to fix this. So, yeah, it's upside down. So, take some long handled scissors because I put this, thank goodness, I put this on dimensionals. Okay. And I'm cutting, I'm like just putting them in there and I'm reaching around. I know where I put the 6 dimensionals and I'm cutting the dimensionals. You'll see that in just a minute. Cutting them. I think we can even salvage this card base. Okay, so there's the dimensionals. Here's the other dimensionals. You can kind of scrape it off with the take your pick tool, but I love to use this thing. We don't sell it, but if you purchase adhesives from me and stuff, I sell them, or Amazon sells them, and they just get rid of adhesive really easily. And what I want to do is I don't even need to get rid of all the adhesive necessarily. I just want to get rid of the spongy part. Oh, Jean, you're lucky. I hope that this heat wave doesn't come your way next week, but eek, I don't know. I'm not sure. Public service announcement. For what it's worth, I am going to go out tomorrow to my AC unit. It has some pine needles and stuff around it. I am going to clear all that debris with my leaf blower, make sure everything's nice and clean around it and underneath it and all that business. And then I am going to change my furnace filter because that thing's going to be running 24/7 and it's not going to be able to keep up. Like once the temps are above 100, my AC unit, it can't keep up. And it's not made for that. So anyway, at least change your filter, okay? Don't make it work any harder than it needs to because I don't even like to talk about it. But I don't want the AC to be broken. I'd rather have the furnace be broken in the dead of winter if I had to choose. I don't like either, but talk about making something a top priority all of a sudden. If the AC went out and it was 106 degrees, well, we'd be checking into a hotel, first of all. Okay, dimensionals off. Now, card facing the right way. Now we can save it. And the only thing that we have lost is 6 dimensionals. Big whoop. We got it. We got it. Now fix them up there like they're olives, right? You remember this trick. And then you don't have to put them right where the other ones were, right? You can just, they work okay because I took the dimensional part off. But if for some reason they aren't sticking there, then just set them off to the side. It's all good. And then let's see if we can get this thing opening like it's supposed to. Oh, what's going on with my screen? Hello, stop that. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Oh my gosh, I had a really fun morning actually. I went to bed at like 12:30 or 1. That was not smart. But then I got up at 6:30, set the alarm. Got up at 6:30. Walked dogs. It was only like 55 degrees. It felt so good. And then I met a friend of mine and his granddaughter. That's crooked. Down at one of the parks across from the Capitol. And we ate at the Veterans Pancake Pancake Feed. And it was really good, actually. They slapped some pancakes on there. sausage, coffee. I mean, it was really good. And then 2 of my other friends came down when, between them, they had 4 dogs, and so we all just kinda hung out. My friend Jerry, his granddaughter came down, and then we watched a parade, and the parade was fun. It wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, the Rose Bowl parade or something." But you know what? It was like Americana. It was high school kids playing music and, some tanks, I don't know, stuff like that. So it was great. Mm. Bagpipers? Oh, some Eastern Indian dancers? No, they were not Eastern. I mean, they may have been Eastern India. They were from the Hare Krishna temple, and I was like, "What? We have that here?" I had no idea. So anyway, you never know. You learn something new every day, and that's what I learned. There's a Hare Krishna temple here. Am I going? I don't think so. But you know what? They put a heck of a little float together, and their dancing was impeccable. So, okay, does this look better now? Yes. Okay, so this is Market Goodness, everyone. I meant to pull it up when we were over on the website, but I didn't. So I'm going to show you old school because it's in the calendar. I almost said it's in the catalog. Whoops, it's in the catalog. It is a suite, but it's it's only $56, you guys. This thing is so approachable. Like when I opened it, at first I was like, wait a minute, where are the dies? Because we've been getting die sets that like have 15, 20. I mean, we have die sets that take up more than one plate. I have die sets that are on 2 magnet plates. And then this little guy comes and it's 10 dies. And I was like, wait, where are all the dies? These are the dies. Excuse this magnet. I need to get some new ones. This one's kind of scruffy, but it still works. But anyway, and then I was like, oh, this is it. Okay. And as I started playing with it, and this is the first thing I made, okay, I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is so like easy, approachable. It would be really fun for someone. Well, you can definitely make avid cards with it. And I would suggest for this die having adhesive sheet, but it's easy, right? This is just like, it's straightforward. It's not layers and layers and layers. And so, anyway, I was like, oh, this is really fun. It has beautiful paper, and I'm going to show you that right now. So, it has paper, it has embellishments, which you cannot order right now. I'm so sorry. I think they're supposed to be back in a couple of weeks. But you could still order the paper and the bundle. Okay. Don't get hung up on not being able to order the suite. Just kind of like Spotlight on Nature dies. Like if they just aren't syncing up, I mean, it's of course you want to get the 10% off, but don't get it stuck in your head that you can't have the dies if the stamps aren't available and vice versa. Okay, let's look at the paper. I chopped into it a little bit already, as you would want me to do. And so it has this one's cool, this like pecan pie wood grain. This neat. And oh yes, this one's good. We're using this for my card. Okay, it's hard to see what's going on. It's pumpkin pie with little dots. It's coming off really gray and dark. Let me see. Just open this more. No, it's just a small pattern and they look weird sometimes. Okay, check out this one. In Love. Blackberry Bliss. I mean, say no more. Then here are all the cool vegetables. And you can cut out the tomatoes, the lettuce, the carrots, the radish, and the onion. Okay? And then the other ones, I mean, they're great. You can fussy cut the pepper and the beets if you want. But it's beautiful paper. And then what's on the back of this? Oh, yes. Yes, please. That's going to look so gorgeous. So this is all about the market, the farmer's market. I'm thinking I need to go. Now that I went to the 4th of July thing, I'm like, yeah, I'm out and about now. And there's that plays off really ugly again. It's really is pretty. It was the first one I wanted to use. So anyway, there's not a die for these, but guess what? You've got your little snips. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. What a fun plaid. And it's kind of crooked, like it's hand drawn. Ooh, I didn't see that one. I love it. Here's my fave because I am a tomato loving lady. I love the smell of the tomato vine. Hello, Anna. I love the color and I love it as a stamp. And then here is just, it's garden green with little X's. Again, kind of hard to see patterns like that that are all, you know, tiny and repeating. And then this one's great. Look at this. So there's no dies for this. No, but I fussy cut it. Again, not difficult. So just fussy cut any of these that you like. I love the recyclable bag. I mean, that's a nice little nod. And then this, I can't believe I chopped into that, but I had to. So, you know, I was like, I'll chop into one and use all of the packaging. So of course you have the die for the mesh netting bag that you would take to a market and gather your veggies in. But then you have all these other bags, totes, whatever, all the other words you can think of for containers that you would take to the market. Just soft-sided things with a handle, right? Okay, so this was the first thing I came up with, just kind of playing around. Look at this cool basket full of veg. And I want you to make this veg with me because it's really quite fun. And I'll tell you what, now I don't raise vegetables now. I raise flowers only. We're also bringing in greetings of the season, FYI, new online exclusive. So I don't raise vegetables or fruits. I raise flowers. But I do remember being a part of a family that raised vegetables, i.e., when I was a child. I think everybody had a garden, at least 3 gardens in our family, okay? Us being one of them. And did I enjoy it? Not really. But I take a little of that knowledge with me to this day. Plus, I follow a couple of local um, growing pages. And a lot of what they're asking about are their vegetables, namely bugs. Guess why I don't grow vegetables? But yeah, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not picking off tomato bugs. I'm not picking off anything that's like the size of my hand. And no, thank you. It's a very smart idea. And if you're raising your own vegetables, I commend you. I am too much of a chicken. So, you know, if I did it, I would probably end up dusting them with so much poison that they would be less healthy than what I would choose at the grocery store. So, you know, anyway, this is so fun. And I do remember this brought up a lot of memories of me doing this. And I also had a garden for a couple of years when I first when I was like 25. And I know it's like, really? But when I moved from an apartment into, I rented from a friend who had bought a new house. And it had a bunch of space and he was not interested in doing anything outside. I think I have this on crooked. So anyway, he let me plant a garden and it was really fun. And I did lettuce. Me and my coworker, we each had gardens. Boy, we were made for each other. Okay, I need to set this down. So the pumpkin pie layer is 4 by 5 1/4, and then the DSP layer is 1/8 of an inch smaller. 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, I got it straight-ish. Not completely even. That's okay. I'm not going to worry myself with that. This is a basic white, thick. Do not make cards with basic white, regular for your card base. They don't stand up. Okay, they're all flippity floppity. And that's not what that's made for. Basic white, regular weight is used for your stamping, your die cutting. That's what it works best for. This works best for card bases. And they are separate item numbers, and you order them separately, and then you have a stash, right? Okay, so let's put this up on dimensionals and let's see if we can make it so the card opens right the first time. Yes, Lisa? Yes. Hello, Debbie. And thank you for sharing. Guys, I appreciate it so much that you continue sharing. And I am behind. Yes, I know I'm behind. I need to do a drawing for a winner from June. I didn't have a ton of participants in sketch, but that's okay. The ones I had were beautiful. And also, I think I was gone. I was gone at least one of them. So I apologize. I had that 2-day retreat in June, and that, whoa, that sucked. That tested my metal, and I was working like the wind. But anyway, I got a little off schedule there. But I'm not going to get off schedule. I don't foresee anything getting me off schedule in the next 3 months. No, I mean this summer. I'm not going anywhere unless I get sick again, which let's hope I don't. Um, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here with you. I mean, how exciting are you? Thank you, Debbie. What do you think? What does it remind you of? Hmm. I think it might remind you of something like this. So, hello, Corinne. Very nice to have you here. Okay, here's that little basket. And then I took the arrow. Now, these are all cut. They have die cut holes in them, right? For tags. But I was clever and put my embellishment there because I didn't need it for a tag. I showed you how to use them in our Christmas series. And so it's been in the last couple weeks. But I didn't use them all for tags. In fact, I probably used the majority for not tags. I'm going to grab some basic white, just a scrap. And where is my cutie little, here we go. Come here, honey. You're so cute. Speaking of cute, my dogs are just the cutest. I was telling them that we're going to hang out most of the time for the next, I have somewhere to go on Sunday morning. I need to go see my aunt over in Emmett because it's her birthday on Sunday. But other than that, it's me and the pups. And I think they're pretty excited about it. And so am I. We will have some fun, I'm sure. Now this time the little dot came out of it. Sometimes it doesn't come out. All right, so let's make some of these veg. And I have already kind of primed, not kind of, I've primed my photopolymer stamps. We have talked about that before. Photopolymer, right out of the box, has a tendency to want to resist the ink. We don't like that. And so you can ink it up and smush it onto cardstock. You can rub it kind of vigorously on the chamois. I do both. And you just have to kind of use it a few times before you take it to your card base. Okay. So in this particular case, I used peach pie. It's a beautiful complement, right, to pumpkin pie. And might I say, might be tasty together. I don't know. So if I had never stamped with this before, I would boop and then I would mush it like this. Okay. And then I might ink it up again. And then I might take it over to the chamois. And in this way, you kind of get this, there's, I guess, some sort of film that is on them that is just part of the processing, the manufacturing process. And that's what's kind of resisting the ink. So we're trying to get that off of there. Some people rub them on their pants. I don't know. I just think that would bring a lot of lint to the situation. But you do you. Okay. So again, here is a beautiful little peach pie on a white die cut. And now let's grow some vegetables, shall we? This is a lot easier than what I was describing earlier. No bugs. And if there were bugs, they'd be super cute. Okay. They have a smiley face. I mean, it's not like the real world. Sometimes the stamping world is just very pleasant, very nice. Everything's cute. Thank you for sharing, Della. I was so excited to see you. Hi, you've been watching, but you just hadn't commented. You were lurking. That's okay. You were caught up in the fun of it all. Okay, let's grow our vegetables. All right. We are going to use Real Red, Blackberry Bliss, Garden Green, pumpkin pie. I'm sticking with traditional, but I do know that there are rainbow carrots. I know that there's different colors of onions, right? You can use, oh, no. I do like the orange cherry tomatoes. I think they're called like Sun Gold or something like that. I have some in the kitchen right now. They're so good. They're like the perfect combination of sweet and acidic to me. So, I got them at Whole Foods. This is where I buy my tomatoes. I pay dearly, but Whole Foods tomatoes got it going on. Okay, I don't know why I'm talking like that today. Like I'm an old rapper or something. Going back to my old rapping days. That's beautiful so far. And then let's grab the vine. So this is kind of a build your own tomatoes, right? You're still on the fence. Kathy, I was too. And then I watched somebody stamp the tomatoes, and that was it. I wasn't very far off the fence, right? I was already halfway off the fence, 1 foot on the ground. But okay, so now you got to, get up over this. And then these fit right in there. They kind of interlock and make your vine with the blossoms. And if it doesn't look right, then turn it the other way. And I bet it will look right. Ta-da! It looks right. Okay, I'm sorry. I know that's close to me, but I need to see into it. And you can be off a little bit and still it looks fine. Ooh, that's beautiful. I mean, what? Look at it. Don't look too hard or you'll end up putting it in your shopping cart. Okay, so there's our tomato. I don't know why I'm closing that. I think everything has garden green on it. Yes, garden green. My boyfriend, apparently. It's like the boyfriend I didn't even know I wanted. Wait, not a real boyfriend. Okay, and then we need lettuce. Now I put the lettuce. The lettuce is 2 different stamps, okay? Like a shading stamp and then an overall coloring stamp. Thanks a bunch. I mean, thanks a bunch. Can we just stop? That's so cute. Let's look. For you, bursting with happiness. Thanks a bunch. Hello. I'm in love with this. I hope we have time to use this. We're going to make another card, so you're just going to have to stick around. And we will use that, I promise you, because I love it so much. And then the lettuce, right? I think a radish, or you could make it like a turnip. And then the greens for that, the greens for this, the carrot, the tomato. And then on the dies, let's see, like I said, straightforward, right? Market basket. Look at these. This is a little green thing, the greens off the onion, I think. And then it's got these cutest little flowers. And look at the bow. I mean, get out. It's so cute. Yeah, or beet. Right, Debbie Green. You got it. Okay. Also, I know that I will end up making lettuce with a tinge of red at the top. I think it would be like a tinge of Blackberry Bliss because I like red leaf lettuce, and that's what it looks like. Where did I get the basket? I cut the basket out of the designer series paper. There's 2 full sheets. Go back and watch the beginning, um, if you missed it. And there's 2 full sheets that have, like, these different baskets and bags that you can use. Okay, so I need to stamp the darkest image first. That's more successful for me. You may find that the opposite is true. And so I take that and I do that full strength. And then I'm going to take this lettuce that's more the coloring part and I'm going to stamp it off. Whoa. And then I'm going to bring it over here. And again, I need to look into it. Just look through it. And then you will see, yeah, you guys can see that. You can see where the other image is. And then you can just superimpose it. Whoa, that's some cool looking lettuce. All right. And then we need carrots. This is so fun. And you get to use like all sorts of blocks. Jean would love raised garden beds. Yes, and they're so smart. I mean, then you can amend the soil and have it perfect. Less bugs, I hear. And of course, easier because they're raised. Yeah, no more bending over. Hands and knees, thing of the past. I mean, like, whether I have a raised bed or not. I don't get down on the ground and weed anymore. I just have to like lean over because my hip doesn't work that way. So, it happens to the best of us. Where are my carrot tops? Carrot tops. Uh-huh. Okay. This also looks like parsley. You know, if you ever need a stamp, look at this one. It's so tiny. That's the top of the onion. Okay. I'm so scared I'm going to lose it. But the die cut is the carrots and the carrot tops all in one. So it's not 2 little pieces. And it shows you, the stamp basically shows you right where the greens are going to go. See this little notch? That's right where the greens are going to go. You want to keep it straight because if you use a die cut. So here we go. What else do I need? Do I have room for the onions? I mean, I could get more paper. I act like I don't have any paper. My goodness. Let's get the Blackberry Bliss and get that off there so I don't. Oh, God, Jean. A front end loader would not have to get you up. I could give you a hand, but then I'd be down. All right, forget the gardening. Remember, gardening probably, in a way, keeps you young, but dear Lord, it's hard work. Commendable work. Hard work. All right. I think I need some different. Here, we'll just do this. I mean, there's only a certain amount of space. It's here. I hate to waste paper, but there is something to be said for having a little bit of space to die cut things. And then look at it. Oh, it's not as big as your pinky nail. Okay, and then this is the bottom, right? This is the root end. This is the top. It almost has like a little ruffles. I know, Debbie. Yes. Knees? No. The knees say no. Hello, Kathy. How are you doing? Kathy Herzog is here. Everyone say hello, please. Kathy, I don't know if I ever see you live. You're always on replay, but I love that you're always commenting. So hello. Very nice to see you. Everybody say hi to Kathy. Kathy with a C and a Y. For a while I had 3 Kathys and they were Kathie. And now, I still have 2 of those Kathys. But now I have lots of Kathys. I have KZ. Yeah. This is the unofficial site for Kathys of all sorts. Like Cindy saying hi to you. All right. Are we team fireworks? Team no thank you. What are we? I don't like to take away people's fun, but as we've talked about before, since I've had dogs and been an adult, they never really were like my, oh, let's go run and get some bottle rockets and blow your hand off. Not my thing. Not surprising if you know me even a little bit. I am not, that doesn't excite me. It sounds unsafe. I'm not interested. But now I really don't like it because I'm always worried about fires getting started because we, live in the dry desert. And of course, the animals hate it. Okay. And so, anyway, and the other thing I don't like about it, this is the part I really don't like, is that it goes on from like June 30th until about the 8th. And it's always like, especially after the 4th, even one or two little pew pew, that sets the dogs off for the rest of the night. So, it's a hard time for animals. I'm sure cats too. And as we all know, this is the night when cats and dogs go to the pound, right? So, if you have some, even if you think they're fine, they've never reacted before, please take extra care because animals change their minds sometimes. My little Cashies seem to always be fine with them, but as they get older, you know, they're just like us. We don't stay the very same all the time. So anyway, please take precautions. I always remember my neighbors kind of laughing. Young neighbors, they got a dog. They were horrible dog owners, but they decided they were going to leave their dog home. And they left. What'd they do? They left. It didn't have a dog door, and it was a bigger dog. And they left their slider partially open for it so it could go in the house and go outside. And I guess when they got home, that dog had chewed one of their trees down and taken it in the house. A young tree, but a tree, most definitely. Chewed it like a beaver, chewed it down, okay, and then drug it in the house through the slider. That'll teach you. At least the dog didn't run away, but it was so out of its mind. Now, I mean, like, what did it think that was going to do? That's a whole different thing. That's between the dog and the tree. But yeah, so you just never know. The poor things. I mean, I'm sure they think the world's ending, and like we have just talked about, I don't really like it either. It's like enough already. How could that be fun? So, all right, off my soapbox now. Off my soapbox. But you know where I stand. As with most things. Jean loves canning. Yes. And you pass that love on to your daughter. She loves to can and her kids help. Nice. And you know what? I grew up again. I mean, obviously, I grew up in a family that canned because we gardened. Um, we raised food. I don't know about the cost of it right now. I'm sure that with many things, it's much more expensive than it used to be, but that was a very economical way to feed your family. And now I think of it more as like, um, now like what's in the food if you raise it, right? That's important too. But yeah, like probably that's how my parents were raised, and so that's what we did. In fact, we took stuff one time to a cannery, like a professional cannery, and they canned like chili or something for us. It was very interesting. I know. And I remember being up on the catwalk or whatever they had and watching it. It's very interesting. I was an only child for 10 years. And so it was just kind of me hanging out with adults, right? That's partly why I I've always acted like this. Like this is how I act. And maybe my I'm gonna trim this because this die is more round than I want. Um, you know, my comedy probably wasn't perfected back then, but yeah, I'm pretty much the same. So Ross says you always stay home when you know it's going to be loud outside. Right. It isn't fair to the pets. I know. Even sometimes I'm like, dang, what was that? Okay, when I glued this down, this particular paper, oh, now look how much better it looks. Um, this is very easy to get this straight, right? Because the dots are on a diagonal and then they're in a line. So just use that as your guide. And you do need to have the hello part over to the right because we're going to put the basket in here so that we can see the little flag end. And now the way I did this was I just started building. And the only thing you have to remember is to make it look realistic, keep your veg in the parameters of the basket, right? They can't be over here. They can't look like that. No, they need to be, you can bring them up as tall as you want, but they need to be up out of the basket. Now, I should have put the carrots in first. I made this mistake on my first card. So I want those in there. Okay. And then I do this funky thing with the tomatoes because they were so cute and I wanted to see them. But if you keep them whole, then you miss so much of it. Or I guess you could put them like this. Oh, no, then they're out of the basket. That's an idea. Okay. But what I did, and it looks a little disjointed, but just hang in there with me, is I took this and I trimmed around this tomato on the right. And then I used it as kind of a little tab so that part of them are hanging over the basket like they would be, right? They're spilling out. This is a bountiful thing. So we're talking about bounty. Okay, so I just cut that and then let's bring that over here and I did this and then, oh, are we gonna have room? I hope so. And then I gotta squish the carrots over because remember we want that realistic look. So I gotta squish the carrots over, move it over. Okay, and then you can have them kind of sticking out like this. Okay, and then I just took the purple onions, which are my favorite, by the way. Well, I don't know if that's true. I like yellow onions for a lot of cooking, but if I'm going to pickle onions, I want them to be purple because they're beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put one. Oh, I put the glue on the wrong side. For this one, they're going to be, I'm trying to make it look like there's a stack of things and the onions are just on the top, right? So the rest of people don't know that there's only 2 onions in here and they are defying gravity. We're making it look like it's so stuffed that they're just kind of peeking out, just about ready to pop out. Okay, and then look at it. Oh my gosh. Now, if you get tired of of stamping, all of these images you can die cut right out of that designer series paper. Okay. And that's going to look fantastic too. But I'm a stamper. I like to stamp. Okay. I also like to adhere things. We adhere stuff. Yeah. And so I'm going to put this guy up on dimensionals again. We like dimensionals in this house. And I'm going to do 5. Then I'm going to take some minis and put them on the top on those carrots. I mean, on the purple onion. That one, I'm going to put it right up there. And then the carrot tops. This one. Okay. And I didn't even introduce myself. That's weird. If anybody needs to know who I am, just look at the description in the comments. and I sell all these beautiful products, and I'd love it if you shop with me because I want you to earn those bonus days coupons, right? Be a smart shopper. I have a few more things in, like, I've kind of the BOGO sale. I still have a few things to offer as BOGO, but I need to shut down that site because most of them I went into a cash, I sold BOGO as BOGO or a couple weeks, and then I gave you the option of BOGO and cash, and I have sold the vast majority. So, thank you so much for participating in that, and I hope that you enjoy your purchases, both retired and current, and that you feel like you got really good value. I know, this is the second stage, right? Is it looks so good, you have to take it and make a salad out of it. This is usually what happens to me. Tell me if this happens to you, is I go grocery shopping, and then as I'm leaving or driving home and I'm finished, I'm like, "You know what? I do not wanna put all this together into a meal," and then I, like, stop at Cafe Zupas, and I get a salad and a sandwich. Okay? Like, what? But it's a thing. I feel like, "Okay, I've grocery shopped, and now I'm gonna go eat other people's food." So weird. Okay, can I please tell you something that I'm kind of obsessing about at Cafe Zupas, and I'm gonna eat it tonight. So, and this is not something like, I'm not a curry person, okay? I'm not anti-curry. It's just never been, I didn't grow up with it. My family didn't cook curry. I don't know much about it even when I was cooking myself. And so anyway, they have the soup that's golden curry. And one day I was like, I want a sample of that. I could smell all of the spices coming from it. And there must be some secret sauce in there too, because I'm now a golden curry person. Um, so anyway, I got the golden curry. I get the golden curry. Okay, but that's not good enough because I always like to doctor up food. So they give you a little cup of wild rice with it, which is very good. It's a little tiny thing, like 2 tablespoons. So I bring the curry home. Then I make some basmati rice. You can buy it in a microwave bag. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Okay, so I make the rice. While I'm doing that, I'm heating up the curry in a pot because I like it to be hotter than they serve it, right? I add a handful of chickpeas because there's no garbanzo beans in this particular curry. I don't know why. Theirs has like sweet potato and a couple other vegetables and has chicken in it. But you need the chickpeas because they have this like unctuous texture in the curry. Okay, so you get that heated, right? And then your rice over here, beep, beep, beep. Get that out, take it out of the bag, take some out, put it in a bowl, pour some of the curry over it. I can get easily 2 meals out of this whole situation. And oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, here's our card. Woo! So these would be the vegetables I would eat the day after I go grocery shopping. Okay. And isn't that fun? And I have 2 friends that I call my gardening girlfriends. They're sisters and we we always like we connected over flowers, flower gardening. And so I can't wait to use some of these. I know these are vegetables, but that's all right. They'll get the hint. Okay, let's try to make another card, shall we? We're not going to try, we're going to do it. But um, I was hip on this paper and I was thinking I wanted Blackberry Bliss because I love a Blackberry Bliss. And so let me grab that from behind me here and have another half sheet of white. Now, this is white for stamping and die cutting. And then I also thought I should cut this. Now, most of you know this, but there's going to be one person who doesn't do this, who thinks, hey, that's a good way to cut your paper. So here's our full sheet, 8.5 by 11 in the US, right? Hello, John, and thank you so much. I'm glad you like the card. Okay, so we go to 4 1/4. We don't cut at this point. Okay, we get that blade out of there. We take our scoring blade and we score the whole sheet of paper at 4 1/4. Now we flip it and we go to 5 1/2. And then we slice. And then with 2 cuts, we have 2 cards instead of 3. Well, instead of 1 cut and 2 scores, we have 1 cut and 1 score and 2 cards. Okay? That's how the pros do it. And me. Okay. Oh, I should probably leave this out because we are going to need, so we have this, yes, but see, Jean hasn't tried curry either. I know, Jean. It just wasn't on my radar. And anyway, I tried it, and guess what? I liked it. I mean, there are tons of different kinds of curry. And I think that was one thing where I was like, I don't know. What do I like? I like spicy, but I don't know. So this one's like, they call it golden curry. And I have seen that. Now I've looked around and seen like products marketed as golden curry. This particular soup, it's not spicy, but it has a heat. And I think it's mostly coming from like cinnamon or cloves or something. There's a heat, but it's not a pepper. Yeah, which is very interesting. Hi, Lori. Roz. Don't you wish you could sleep like that? Sounds like she's in the war zone. And Gary, he's asleep, snoring away. I'm glad you're there to make sure everybody survives, Roz. Okay, let me see here. What are we gonna do? We're gonna have our market basket, and then we're gonna put vegetables in it, right? Because it's what we're gonna do with this kit, with this bundle, because it's so adorable. So something fell down there. That's all right. I'll get it later. Okay, so we have, oh, and the other card, it was this way, so we have to do this, right? We just have to. Lori was watching the fireworks. Cool. Professional fireworks. I didn't, when I went on my rant earlier, I did not say I like professional fireworks. That's pretty cool. But I wouldn't take the dogs. Okay, we're gonna have a little basket and we're gonna fill it with veg. And then we're gonna use another one of the sentiments. And it's probably gonna be thanks a bunch. Because that's so cute. And so we might have it off here, right? And we've got to use those little flowers and the bow. It's got to happen. I'm definitely going to use adhesive sheet. Okay, and then we can use one of these label dies because the shapes are so gorgeous. Now the stamps are greetings of the season, right? They are Christmas and holiday, winter holiday type greetings. But don't let that scare you away from using this as just shapes for all sorts of sentiments because just as I've shown you, it doesn't have to be a tag. In fact, I'm going to tell you, right, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say I'm probably going to end up using these more as labels than tags. I think thanks a bunch will just fit in there. And won't that be so cute? I love the layout already. So this is how I kind of do a layout sometimes with the dies. And then I go, yeah, okay, good job, you. All right. Now I'm thinking, what's going to be my like pop? Well, as I'm just looking over here to the side of me, this paper is gorgeous. It's that one. It's the back of that one. Let me look and see. Is it just different shades? Because the colors are there's not a long list. Blackberry Bliss, Garden Green, Pecan Pie, Pumpkin Pie, and Real Red. I almost want to use Berry Burst. I know it's not in there, but we could use Berry Burst, but then I think it's going to clash with our other colors. So, I think maybe I'm trying to think of what the matte is going to be, and I want it to be something that really pops. Let's try pumpkin pie. Okay, now I know I have some around here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to use the same measurements. We're not doing a fun fold or anything tonight. Sorry, gang. But I will tell you this right now, whether you like it or not, you will see me again during this long weekend because Stampers, we have a lot to catch up on. Like, I still want to come live, and for what it's worth, I want to do the wintry treetops with you because that was going to be my day 5 of Christmas, and it's a beautiful set, and it's coming to us in the new holiday catalog, which will be live to customers not until September. But of course, if you sign up for a starter kit or you're a demonstrator already, you'll be starting to look at them in August. So, and it's so beautiful. I want to bring it to you. So, oh yeah, why not? Let's do it. This thing's going to be colorful. Okay, and then after all that, then I'm kind of thinking, oh, well, let me do the basket. Let's do the, like, what color do we want this thing? Now, it should normally be kind of brown, but I don't know. I guess it should be brown on here too because all the vegetables are so many different colors, right? Okay, you talked me into it. So let me grab some pecan pie. And also we're going to put those flowers and the ribbons. So I guess I better just reel it back a little bit before I throw some other color in there. Reel it in, Lisa. Come on. Do I have any? What? I have no pecan pie scraps. Seriously? Well, it's a good thing I have a whole bunch of paper sitting behind me. Pecan pie. You guys, can I show you something that I bought for myself? Did I need it? Absolutely not. Look at it. It's a pencil case. See? And you can pull the top down. Here, let's take that off. It's a pencil case. That looks like a llama. I was buying supplies, like mailing supplies. And then, of course, they were like, perhaps you might like this. And I was like, you know what? I do like that. Thank you so much. So then this, like, you put your markers in here or tall things, and then you can pull this down, okay, and sit it on your desk. And then when you're done with them, you can pull this back up, and then it covers them, and you can put the lid on it. And I can't wait to go to some event with some of you guys, and I'm going to bring my llama pencil case. So you be looking for us because we'll be there. Okay. I mean, I'd want to sign up and go to a demonstrator event just to see that. Don't you think, Lisa, with the llama pencil case? All right. And yes, it's white. And I know it's probably going to get grungy, but I was like, then I'll buy another one because it's so cute. All right, let's get our adhesive sheet out. I think we can put the paper trimmer away for just a minute. Adhesive sheet. Now, I had a couple of little pieces, but I can tell that's not going to work. So let me grab yet some more. Oh my gosh, and I got a huge box of, oh, Roz, you're throwing a curveball at me. Let me get some and we'll see. Roz says we can make it look like macrame by using basic beige. Let's get the basic beige and take a look. Curveball, not a curveball. Let's see if it comes off as too green. Okay, what do you guys think? I think that's a good call. Let's do it. Okay, and I'm just going to like freehand. I'm going to freestyle this and cut. Will it hold watercolor pencils? Yeah, it would. It's tall enough for sure. And I don't think it'll hold these scissors, but it would definitely hold the snips if you wanted to take them that way. So I know, I'm so excited. I hope somebody invites me to their house to stamp. Oh, you know what? I am going to somebody's house because Joanna, hello, Joanna, are you out there? Um, Joanna was telling me, I just don't know how to set up my stuff. And I was like, hey, I'll come out and stamp with you. I invite myself out. And I'm like, I'll come out and stamp with you. And then we will just see what we can see by working in the room. So, okay, let's cut this thing. Now I put adhesive sheet on here. Yeah, I know. I was stamping on there. And that's okay. We're not going to throw this piece of paper away just because it has a little bit of ink on the other end of it. No, ma'am. I can tell you what I was doing though with that. That was part of In Color Club. So with my In Color Club, besides getting all of the product for one of the colors, you also get 4 card kits, and we put those together. Put those together. You know what I'm saying. And it's very fun. And so Basic Beige and Summer Splash, FYI, go together very nicely. Okay, this is going to be a situation for the trash bin. Okay, where's my? Take your pick. Okay. Look, does not look fun. I am going to go ahead, I think, and punch these out because if they get stuck when I'm peeling the sticker, they're going to be in my way. So I'm going to go ahead and force you to watch this. Okay. I want these out of here. And then it looks like a cool mesh bag, macrame, or like my friend Donna Gray says, macrame, which I think sounds a lot fancier. I mean, it doesn't even sound like macrame. It sounds like something way up here, right? It's like I could do macrame or macrame. I mean, which are you choosing? Macrame. Absolutely. Okay. She has a little class. She's in Australia, you know. She has a little class called Knots and Nibbles. It's a macrame class. And I'm dying to take it. I mean, the commute's going to kill me, but I think it sounds so fun. I've never done macrame. I did tie knots in Girl Scouts, but I think it's a different thing. Okay. When I was a counselor, we taught the kids how to tie knots using licorice ropes. Yeah. And then once they got it right, they could eat the licorice. Such a great decision, Roz. I mean, I'm hanging out with you. When I make cards, I'm hanging out with Rosalind because she knows what's going on here. Look at that. It's a perfect mesh bag. Okay, now let's take that piece of designer series paper and let's die cut our veg this time. Okay. Gosh, I might be rethinking that wood in the background. I don't know. I'm not going to glue it down right now because I might be rethinking it. Please don't hate me. We can use something else that's just as cute. What? We could use that. And we need that paper anyway. So we need this paper anyway. So I'm going to cut a piece so we can compare it. And then before I start cutting out the veggies, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So what's everybody watching, reading, doing? I am watching Presumed Innocent on Apple Plus. Yes, it is kind of a remake. There was a movie in the 90s, but this is a series. Has Jake Gyllenhaal in it. He's doing a really good job. The cast is great. And but unfortunately, when I was like a couple episodes in, I was like, oh, I remember this. It's brilliant. But I remember what happens. But I'm still watching it and enjoying it because, as I said, The one with Harrison Ford was like a 2-hour movie, right? And this one is like several hours of a series. So, woo, it might work. I need to make sure this is going to pop out visually, right? But I think it probably will once it has vegetables in it. So we'll see. We are going to keep the wood grain off to the side on deck. Okay. That's what anybody in sports would say. It's on deck. That means it's next in line. I think. I don't really know actually. I don't know what that means. Okay. We're going to do lots of these things. And I'm just going to kind of cut. We're going to do the radish for sure because it's like adorable. I will tell you though, when I buy, oh, or that might be a beet, you guys. I think it's a beet. Debbie mentioned that earlier, and I was like, yeah, I think it is because of the greens. It feels like the size in relation to the greens is a lot bigger. I like radishes though, but I like beets too. So it was so funny. I went to dinner with a friend a couple of months ago, and I hadn't seen her for a long time, and I was like, where do you want to go eat? I had a place in mind. And her only comment to me was, well, I don't like beets. And so when we went to dinner, I said, well, they might have beets here, but they have lots of other things. I don't know. And then I was just laughing. I go, why did you tell me that? Have I taken you someplace that was like beet forward? She's like, no, I don't know. I just wanted you to know that's what I didn't want. I'm like, all right. And I will eat, like in the summer, lots of times they'll do like a beet salad with different colors of beets. And like, I like that. But yeah, it was so funny. I was like, all right, understood. Mayor of Kingstown, Jeremy Renner is fabulous. I have seen that advertised on one of the many platforms I have. I don't remember. Look at that. That's pretty. Now that's colored a little bit differently to the stamp. The coloring isn't like a full leaf. So that's kind of fun. So anyway, yeah, I will have to look at that one, Roz, because I know I've seen it. I know that guy, Jeremy Renner, and I can see his face on the advertisement. So I'll check it out. There's one, and there's another. And I'm going to get those tomatoes. Now let's see. Can I put this down without taping it? I really don't feel like taping it. I'm just a little bit lazy tonight. Okay, so I did my siesta lifestyle, and once I got done with all that stuff I told you about this morning, going to the parade, going to the breakfast, walking the dogs. Then I came home. The dogs acted like they hadn't seen me in 27 years, which I love about dogs. And then I came in here for about 5 minutes, and then I realized it's not happening. I need a nap. Hello, Jill. Okay, is this the sweetest? Look how beautiful that is. I mean, it's too much. You guys, I'm going to, okay, so let's do a little, let's see. That's a partial die cut here. We're just missing an edge of the tops, but we're going to see if it works. Okay, so Jill coming on reminds me that I was so sad because of some technical, you know how it is with the internet sometimes, an email. I did not get Jill's entry for Chopped, and I knew something was up because I never get it, or because she never misses. But in any case, she was not in this month's competition, and she made a beautiful card that I subsequently did get a picture of. And I'm going to share it with you guys because I didn't, again, because Sadly, it was not in the competition, but it's so beautiful, and I would like to make one. I would like to make this style. I did see another demonstrator making it, but then when I saw Jill's, I was like, oh yeah. So when I come on with you next time this weekend, I'm going to show you a picture of it because it's really, really pretty. Jill, I mean, I say this every time, but you outdid yourself. It doesn't matter if those are not perfect. I don't think. We can hide it in the mesh, right? And since we have this out and I see these cute little onions, let's do this. So, what are you and Chuck doing for the 4th, Jill? I hope Chuck is not going to blow his foot off or anything. You know, that's what I always tell people of the male persuasion on the 4th of July. Please don't blow your foot off. Because I'm 55. I have never met a woman who's like, oh my God, I'm so wild about fireworks. I'm like setting them off. I don't mean enjoying and watching them. I mean setting them off. It's a guy thing. It's just a guy thing. One of the many hundreds, if not thousands, of things I don't understand about them. Okay? And it's all right. We can all have different interests. Oh, Rose Coleman has great instruction. Hold it. How do you know that it was from Rose Coleman? Oh, duh. Okay, I'm sorry. Jill Peterson is telling me that. For some reason, I thought Roz Wolf was telling me that Rose had great instructions. Okay, thank you. I don't even think it was Rose. You know who I saw make it? I mean, I want to give credit. It was Jilly Bling, who I think is really fun. And she makes a lot of Avid level cards. She's very good at it. And I don't remember what products she was using, but I may have seen Rose make it too. So, two ladies I love. Okay, so we're gathering, right? We're shopping for our pieces and parts. Now let's see how this is going to stack up, and let's see if it's going to look good against this designer series paper or if this DSP is too busy. Oh, see, now we have to put things in the basket, in the mesh bag, and they have to look like they're in there with gravity, right? We can't just fake it. I don't think I like that. Maybe we put an onion down in the bottom. So let's make our basket on the silicone mat because this is a sticker, right? He's on a mission trip. What? Are you talking about Chuck, your husband? My gosh. What? I had no idea. Look at this, you guys. He's on a mission trip till the first part of August. He's driving an orphan choir from Liberia around the East Coast to raise money for them. Oh my gosh. Well, something inside was like, ask about Chuck. I hope he's doing great. My goodness, that's admirable. Look at Chuck go. And so it's Jill is single lady. All the single ladies, all the single ladies. Jill is having a house party and she is crafting until all hours of the night. That's nice. Okay, so I'm gonna, this has adhesive sheet on it, right? So nice. He's having a ball. I love that. I'm gonna just try things in here, right? Because you can see them. Okay. All right. I'm liking this. And remember those greens? I'm trying to like be lazy and use this, even though some of the greens are cut off. Ooh, so yeah, I'm gonna hide it behind the handle. Oh, perfect. Okay. Then what would be down in the basket, just kind of common sense wise, would be this little round, heavy onion. And then this is so cute. I mean, I want everything to just be at the top. It's all so cute. I can't help it. But okay, so let's do this for now. See, the cool thing with the adhesive sheet is you can kind of move it around. Things can get stuck and then unstuck. Let me move this so I can see the. I mean, if I took this long in the line at the grocery, putting my groceries into the basket, I think I would get kicked out. Kicked out, I tell you. The good thing I don't. I'm all about speed. Like at the grocery store, when I pack my own groceries, I go to sometimes. If I go to the expensive store, no, they pack them for me, and that's fine. That's the cost of doing business. But at the Winco, I pack my own, and I'm all about like winning. There's a contest that nobody knows about, and I'm winning it secretly. Okay, so yeah, that's me at the Winco. Okay, let's see here. Let's do that. And then, oh, could we do this? This is how I shop, right? Is like I think I only need a small basket, and then I kind of lose my mind because I can't decide. I can't like edit this thing. It's so cute. But it could either be this. Oh, I'm afraid this paper's too wild. It's taking um attention away from from the basket, which is so gorgeous. Oh, yes, that's cute. Okay, it's taking too much attention away. And now look at the orange. Look at the orange mat, how it pops, and your eyes go right to the carrot. Such a funny thing about color. I think that's so fun. Okay, okay, we could use these off to the side. Thanks a bunch. A bunch of tomatoes. Okay, I get it now. All right, we'll either use them, and I'm going to recut them so that there's not a flat tomato at the bottom, I think. But we could put it inside, or we could, we could put it down on the margins. Anyway, TBD about the tomatoes. All right, Jean. I mean, what can I say? What can I say, friend? You know, it happens to the best of us. Drink the Kool-Aid out of your Stampin' Up mug and just come along for the ride. It's all fun. Okay, I haven't forgotten about that ribbon. And I know it's 7:47, but like, who cares? If you need to go, it's all right. You can leave and then come back on the replay. But I bet you're not going to leave because you want to see all this cool stuff in this basket. I'm starting to feel like that's floating. I don't like that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to bring in another die cut and see about shrinking the margins. So this thing isn't floating, right? And so this may be, okay, I may have figured out a way that we can use this paper, which I really prefer, and still get the basket to stand out. Because then we're going to put this of some color. Oh, Lord, help me. This is so fun. And then we're going to put our sentiment here, right? Toot. And then we might have our basket like here. Oh, Kelly Clarkson. That's gorgeous. Okay, let me see about another piece of pumpkin pie because I don't want to bring in another color, right? Put a circle of orange on it. Exactly. Okay. All right. Here goes. Pumpkin pie. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hello, sir. Okay. I'm going to cut it over here on the standard because she's not going to fit in the mini. I don't believe. One moment, please. One moment. And then I'm going to bring in peach pie because I like it for the sentiment. So we end up doing a little bit the same as the last card, but oh, it's going to look so different. So different. See? And then, I mean, we are brilliant. Mensa has nothing on us. Where'd that little thing go? Where'd my oval? Okay, it's right in front of my face. What did I say about Mensa? Maybe I'll back off on that. They have not asked me to join. Cut it out of your layer. Oh, Debbie, dang it, you're smart. I told you we're brilliant. Okay. Now, I didn't, but I could have, because I wasn't thinking about it. And I didn't look up early enough to see. But I should have done what Debbie said and just cut it out of the back layer because you only need the very smidgen of the outside. So you could have easily, don't be like me, be smarter than me, be like Debbie, cut this, right, out of this, and then you just hide it with the DSP. Next time, Debbie, thank you for the reminder. Okay, now let's commence preparations. Commence adhering. Oh my. You know what I did? I jinxed myself when I said we, including myself, are brilliant. Hello. Come on. I know. There we go. I was a little stuck, I think. My goodness. Okay. So, other shows. What are we watching? I need to know. Roz told me what she's watching. I know the rest of you are watching something. Okay. I watch a lot of shows kind of mindlessly, like the more easy shows. I watch or I have them on when I'm in here. So I'm half watching. So what are you guys watching when you're crafting that you're thinking, oh yeah, that's a good, you can half watch it. So that means nothing in French with subtitles. That means, nothing that way. It's got to be something that can just play in the background. Now we're going to get to use this. Oh, because we are going to stamp X's on this. Yes, we are. I'm in love. See, and I don't use nearly as much grid paper as I used to because now these are not straight and they're not supposed to be. Okay. Kind of like that designer series paper that I showed you. But I'm going to use the matte here to get that straight. And then I'm going to start my line straight on the label or tag, whatever you want to call it, right? Okay, and then I'm going to get a few things started here. Brother, what's my problem? I'm not getting the end done very good. Let me pull it closer. I need it closer. I know. What? Roz, what do you say? Schitt's Creek? Hello, Leslie. Oh, Shoot Creek? Schitt's Creek. I don't think that show does not gel with me. I don't know. That family, I'm not a huge fan. I don't know why. Because it's funny, right? But the dad, like, he used to be on this Canadian comedy show when I was quite a bit younger, and I just remember that I didn't like him. I don't know. What's my problem? I'm not sure. But I will still thank you for the recommendation. I don't like to shoot down your recommendations, right? And I should give it a second, third, and fourth chance because that show gets mentioned a lot. Really does. Okay, and so instead of grid paper, you just clean that up. You're done. Okay, they look a little wonky, but thank goodness this was going to go over them. And they're also supposed to look kind of wonky, right? Because kind of like that DSP. Oh gosh, I can hardly see them. Okay, that's all right. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to add some more down here on the right-hand side. Aren't you glad you're doing this instead of setting off fireworks? My goodness. This is so much fun. I'm in love with this little Market Goodness set. Like I said, it's easy, it's approachable, it's vegetables, we're all familiar, and it's like super fun. And now you know about the golden curry at Cafe Zupa's. So let's see, what's my favorite one though? Chicken enchilada. It has good heat, like pepper heat, Jean. But again, it doesn't blow your palate out, but it has a good lingering heat. And I'm into that. It's very tasty. And it's very consistent. Now, I will say a couple, like I don't like their tomato soup. I swear to you, they put sugar in it, not a little bit. It just tastes so sweet. I will recommend the tomato basil soup at Panera all day long. But you got to make sure they give you the little croutons, okay? But I digress. Zupa's has a southwestern potato and green chili soup, and I used to like it a lot, but here's the deal. Somebody that's been cooking it the last couple of months isn't cooking the potatoes long enough. And that is a deal breaker. And so I stopped getting it. And then I moved on, right? Then I was like, I'm expanding my palate now, with the curry and all. So I don't know. Will I go back to the potato? Will I give it another try? Probably, because quite frankly, I could just cook it on the stove a little longer. Can we please stop this conversation to say, I'm in love with this? I'm in love with how this is turning out. I hope you guys like it as well. Hope I'm giving you some good ideas for either using this Market Goodness, adding it to your shopping cart. Remember, bonus days during August. And so you would get $5 off if you purchase this bundle. You'd get a $5 coupon to use in August. And, okay, where's my thanks a bunch stamp? Where'd it go? What did I do with it? Oh, I know. You know what? I was playing loose and reckless, and I had the stamp out. Oh, dear Lord. Where'd that thing go? I remember I was measuring how it would look in the die. Dear God, what did I do with it? Lisa Lynn, you know not to do that. That is bad. Now it's stuck on something. It's gone. It's not gone. But I don't know where it is right this minute. Lisa, what in the world did you do? Let me look. Is it on me? No. Let's check the paper trimmer. No. Diddly dang. Is it on the designer series paper? No. It's on the floor. Oh, that's a hard call. I hate it when these stamps are clear. That's a toughie. Dimensionals. Shoot. Thanks a bunch. Where did you go? I feel like it's here, but it's not. Okay. I'll use something else if I have to, or we'll just put that on hold. I had it. I was using it to measure. And then, let's see, is it sitting on the dice? Does anybody see it? I know it's usually right in front of me. Look on my ink pad. No. Let me look at the other ones. No. Dang it. Look in the trash bin. No. Where are you? I feel like I put it right up here, but I don't see it. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I won't make you wait too much longer. I'll just go without it, but I know it's here, so is it? I missed it somehow. Is it over here? No. Gosh. Why was I doing that? I thought when I got it out, put it back, but I don't know that I did. Obviously, I didn't. Okay, everybody. Well, you're gonna have to wait for the still. I know, Lori. I think it might be on the floor, but I don't want to make you guys wait forever. I know you want to see it, right? We know it's gonna look super cute, right? Okay, but we're gonna finish the rest of it and just leave the sentiment and just know that, of course, I'm gonna find it. Check my arm. That would happen though. You're right. That would happen. It would be on my arm. I don't think is it on my clothes? No, it's not. Dang it. Don't you hate it when that happens? I mean, I love making this realistic for you, but I hate that that happened. Um, brother, I don't know. Okay, let's put this up and let's put this part together, right? And then we're going to call it a day after that. And I am going to find it and it's going to look just like this. And it's going to have the cute embellishments on it, which now I'm all verklempt. I don't know where those are either. But the embellishments, as I said, they are not quite back in stock. They will be though. Okay, so here's what it's going to look like. It's very cute. I know, right, Cindy? Where you go. And I know that once I click the button and end this stream, I'm going to look right down at it, right? It's going to be like right there. Let me see. Is it on the chamois? Let me one last look. No, it's not on the chamois, you guys. Dang it. Okay, well, there we go. Check my cut and emboss machine. Oh, there it is. Debbie. Okay, Debbie is going to get the Brilliant Award for the whole hour and a half or how long we've been here because Debbie also mentioned die cutting out of the layer. Dang it, Debbie, you're so smart. Can you please come babysit me? Oh my gosh. Thanks a bunch, Debbie. Debbie, I'm going to send you one of these cards. I think I have your address, but message me with your address if you have time, because I would love to send you one of these cards as a thank you, obviously. Okay, and I don't think I've used this one, so I want to mush it. I want it to look really good, right? I certainly don't want to leave you hanging with a substandard stamping. I know. Debbie, you have so much to teach me. I mean, I don't even know what I'm missing. That's how far behind you I am. Oh, I love that. I think that looks great. It's like almost jumping out of the label. It's like perfectly sized. Okay. Woo. Okay. Let's see here. So we don't have to line those up because we're going to put embellishments over them, right? And I don't think I'm going to put more adhesive on it. I just want to kind of watch where these are, that they're at an angle and not stacked on top because I want the embellishments to go that way. So it looks perfecto like this. And I am going to lay this down without dimensionals because we already have a layer of, what is going on with this thing? Okay, we already have a layer up on dimensionals. And so I think this looks cute, just as it is. Okay, so this is going over to the left, right? And then this thing doesn't have very much adhesive on it anymore, right? It's all covered up with veg. I know, Debbie, where you go like, oh my gosh, I just had it. And then I don't really get nervous, but I do keep in mind that like, you guys are waiting for me, like how long do they want to watch me fumbling around? Not long is the answer. Okay, is this not so cute? And this is going to go up on dimensionals because I just can't handle it. It's going to be so adorable. Okay, so please remember, as I said, tons of things came live to us in the online exclusives. Please don't forget to look at the kits because, as I said, I just, we have really stepped up our game. I say we, like I had something to do with it. Stampin' Up! Has really stepped up the game when it comes to kits and paper pumpkin. Oh my gosh. This last paper pumpkin is so beautiful. Like, I got to get the refill. So paper pumpkin, super fun. The link for that is down below. So if you haven't gotten paper pumpkin in a while and you want to give it a try, I would love to be your demonstrator for that and all things Stampin' Up. And I just want to make sure that you get the right things for your own crafty experience. Now, I'm sure I didn't put those things back in here, but this is not such a crisis because I have a couple packs of them. I just feel like, no, I didn't put them back in here. But we could use something else too. Let's see. No, I like the gems. They're transparent. They're a little transparent, and there's a set of clear, which is very handy, right? Because of course we can color those with our Stampin' Blends, which is fantastic. And where are they? Oops, did I just see them? No, those are opaque. Opaque and transparent are not even close. Okay, they're pretty close. They're close. Lisa. There we go. Lemon lime twist, blackberry, okay, garden green, and the clear. And they are, again, they're called transparent dots. Okay. So these are at a slight angle. I probably should have moved the tag a little. If you're going to recreate this design, move the tag more over to the left, the pumpkin pie, so that you can create more of an angle for your embellishments, but it's okay because we can put like a large one over here, and then we can put another large one kind of like off to the side. Beautiful. And then we can put one, how about here? Yeah, I like that. And then I'm going to go crazy and put some more up in the corner because I just can't deal with the loveliness. It's so stinking cute. Thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch to you guys, to Debbie Green. Make sure I have your address, Debbie Green. Oh, isn't this fun? Isn't the market goodness fun? Oh my gosh, I hope you guys have had fun with that. And yeah, it kind of like, it makes you go, God, these vegetables look so gorgeous that I want to make myself a big salad. So do yourself a healthy favor and get yourself the Market Goodness bundle because it will keep vegetables in your mind. Oh my gosh. You guys, I had such a great fourth with you. I'm glad that we got together and, nobody lost their foot. No fireworks were blown off in this fourth. And like I said, I'll see you more this weekend, this long weekend. And so this was just a taste. Oh, so cute. Thanks a bunch, everybody. And I should have said hello at the beginning. So hello. And thanks a bunch. And I hope this has given you some inspiration. That's what the kids call it, for Market Goodness or for any of the supplies that you're using. You're so welcome. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, have a good night. Just know that I'll be thinking of you. I'll be blasting my television right along with you and hugging at least one dog. All right, everybody. See you next time.